everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique and welcome to Medora Budgets. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. So if you are rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future family and finances so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact us in the future. Today is Wednesday. Yes, it is the 22nd. We are here to do a budget with me for the paycheck I will receive on Friday, January the 24th. Now, when you look at the January calendar, and hopefully you guys can see it and it's not too bright, you'll notice that the paycheck that I receive on the 24th will cover from the January the 24th through February the 6th. And so because there's more dates that it's covering in January than February, that's why I consider it to be a part of my January budget. Now, we've already talked about all of the changes that we should expect to see within my budget going forward. So I will not rehash that. But I will talk through or show you guys what we're going to do as far as the sinking funds are concerned and how I've made some updates there based on the conversations that we had or the video that I did from before. All right, so then let's get into it. I am not going to show any kind of rollover at this point. I have made some additional payments to Best Buy card. Now that I'm doing the Snowball method and we're starting with Best Buy, whatever I have for rollover, especially from the bills account, is probably going to go towards that debt overall. I think that's how I'm going to handle it. So you won't see, you will typically not see any rollover on my budget with me for that reason. If I get to the end of the paycheck cycle and I'm going to get paid then in the next day or two, I'm going to go ahead and make some type of payment towards debt where I can. And that is what I did. It's not going to be a part of a Transfer Tuesday, but I'll talk about it on next Tuesday when we do our next Transfer Tuesday. But I did make a little small payment towards Best Buy. You know what? Anything helps. Every step that I take, I consider it to be progress. So no rollover that you'll see. $1,500 getting deposited into my bills account, $825 into the variable account, and Michael will still give me $50. So $1,500 plus $825 and 50 equals $23.75, and that's what we have today. $23.75. All right, next is fixed expenses. So my mortgage, I try to half that up and do split bill payments. But my last paycheck, I was only able to give $150. So I have to make up the difference here. And that's why you see mortgage at $520. This will be the last payment. February 1st will be the last payment at the $670 mortgage amount. As I mentioned before in the previous video, it's going up to $858. So you'll start to see a new amount for that split bill payment method that you see in the budget with me going forward. Auto still gets its $255. Gas South is on a balanced budget, so it's getting $102. Remember, Visible, I did move my daughter's phone over, so it's $30 for that bill. And electric is not going down, but it's really not going up a lot. I tend to average about $150, and it's at $157, so that's not bad. All of those numbers together should add up to $1,067. $520 plus $255, $102, $30, and $157 equals $1,064. I'm going to subtract that from $23.75, and that's going to leave me $13.11. Okay, let's put $13.11 here. Let me make sure. $23.75 minus $1,067, $13.08. I hit something wrong. Felt like that was a little wrong. $13.08. Okay. All right, next is, I need to erase it here too. Okay, made changes to my variable expenses. Now, the amounts have not changed for groceries, gas, home dining, meds, and Corinne, but I am giving myself less money. So I'm only giving myself $40 for the next 2 weeks as personal spend. So all of those numbers together should add up to $550. So 220, 80, 60, 60, 50, 40, 40 equals, yeah, $550. And so let's subtract that from 1308, and that should leave me $758. All right, over at debt. So I had Nelnet here, and initially I was going to pay them $82. And I talked about this on my previous video, that I felt like I might be able to save some money here. And sure enough, because I made it, I had this on a split bill payment before, $45 every paycheck. I have made a payment of that $45 on the 10th, and because I did that, I really only have to pay them $45 on January the 24th. Now I thought about whether or not I want to go ahead and pay them the $82, but that's not the way the snowball method works. The snowball method says you pay the minimum amount to all of your credit and to all of your debt and loans, and concentrate on one at a time. So Monique is going to try and listen and just make a $45 payment here to Nelnet instead of $82, and then use the rest of the money in between that, or the difference between that. So 82 minus 45 leaves $37. I'm going to take that $37 and I'm going to make another debt payment to Best Buy. So 45 plus 37 equals 82. When you subtract that from 758 minus 82, you are left with $676. All right. And now we go over to our savings goals. So remember I talked about, excuse me. Remember I talked about making some changes to my binders overall. So let's talk about where we are with this. So first, subscriptions is getting less than typical. Usually it was getting 120, now it's getting 100, because I have moved some of the subscriptions from the subs category under property care. So subs gets a little bit less, property care gets a little bit more. So subscriptions gets 100. Property care now encompasses the insurance, property insurance, but also Ring, which is the protection plan, AHS, which is the home warranty, trash, which is quarterly $57, and then lawn will start to come out of this as well once it gets back spring and summertime, and we need to start paying for that. Now buffer, I had initially $1,100 in there. I took the $1,100, I divided that up between the three different categories. One would remain buffer, and then car maintenance and medical. So out of that $1,100, I said 45% was going to go towards or stay in the buffer. So buffer kept $495. I said car maintenance was going to have 35% of that $1,100. So car maintenance started out at $385. And then health was going to have 20% of that $1,100, and health started out with $220. So that's where we are with these so far. And then I'm going to give $50 to buffer, $30 to car maintenance, and $20 to medical for this paycheck and going forward, because those amounts seem to work out really well. Buffer still needs to get the most because it's going to cover the most things. As far as South Carolina land is concerned, I did send a note to my sister because I saved this up to pay for the property that my dad willed me, but the property is still in, or the whole estate is still in probate, because we just have not finished all of our stuff just yet. She's still responsible for taking care of the land and paying the property taxes on all the different parcels, land parcels that he has. And he has a fund set out for that. So I get to hold on to South Carolina land just a little bit longer. When we look at low priority, or this next section of savings goals, I'm going to start at the back. The first thing is emergency or dues. This time dues will get paid. And so the next paycheck that I get on February the 7th, I think it is, that one will contribute to emergency. June vacation, I was trying to give $75 of this to this every paycheck cycle, and it was high priority. We're backing that down to $25 every paycheck. It is a low priority item, which means as long as I can save it, I will. But if I don't have it to save, then I won't. Sweets will take care of the rest on that one. And then low priority binder, that's going to be these other envelopes that's in this particular binder, gets a total of $70. How that works is Bonus Kids gets 20, Xerxes will get 20. That means that's a total of 40 so far. Corinne will get 10. I'm at $50 now. Family Fun gets 10. I'm at $60 now. And then Gifts will get 10. I'm at $70. The Sweets binder is my personal binder, and the way that this is going to lay out for the $55 is Date Night is going to get 10. YouTube Budget Personal is what I call it, but this is the YouTube envelope. That's going to get 10. Shopping is going to get 10. Wedding is going to get 10. Christmas Fund is going to get 10. And then the November birthday one is going to get 5. My emergency prep binder, each of the envelopes in here is going to get $5. So that's 5 for family care, 5 for hotel, 5 for generator, 5 for bug out bag, 5 for car, and 5 for food. And then Little Bean is only getting $20, y'all. But he has been getting $20 for a while now. And that's all he needs. I'm giving $1 for the 6 different envelopes that I had made for him. $1 to clothes, $1 to school, $1 to fun, $1 to snacks, $1 to sports, and $1 to holidays, right? So I have all of those are going to get $1. All 6 envelopes, that's $6. For the 2025 challenge that we're doing, here I try to circle in 2 sets of 25. 2, 7, 9, 14. $14 total for that one that we will contribute for this paycheck. So $14 on the 2025, $6 on these 6 envelopes, getting $1 a piece. So that's how that lays out for the Little Bean binder. All of those together equal, and the savings challenge. So I'm going to put $25 every paycheck towards the savings challenge. When I went in and restuffed my envelopes and did my my budget closeout for the paycheck that I received on January the 10th, it said that I had $79.30 left. I put some of that towards Best Buy, making a payment there. That's what I was telling you from before. I pulled some of that money and I put it in my acrylic box for the savings that I'm trying to keep there. But I also took $25 and I went ahead and put it in here to help with the savings challenge. And I'm going to have another $25 here that will go towards it as well. So at the end of the day, I'll end up having $50 that I'll be able to work with. Not doing a Monday mini, don't even ask me. But I do have some challenges. I'll be working with 5 different challenges and trying to save as much as I can, a little bit at a time, towards all of them. Don't know how soon I'm going to finish them. Don't know, other than these 2, don't know what these are going to be used for. We'll just see, but that's where we're laying out as far as our savings challenges are concerned. Got $25 already saved. Got another $25 that I'm going to put towards this as well. And then if I still have rollover money left in my variable account, not Bill's account, rollover from Bill's account goes towards debt. Rollover for variable account goes towards savings challenges. If I have anything left over that I can add to this, I will. There was a lot of extra money, surprisingly. It won't be this way when I move in February to having to pay this new mortgage. But at least for this check in January, I'm good. So I feel like I'm going to be able to contribute another $50 towards Best Buy. And if so, that should be a total of $87 that I will be able to pay in my next Transfer Tuesday. We'll see. That's what I'm hoping for. But a total, as far as all of my savings goals together, is $600. And so when you subtract that from 676, that says that I should have 76, that I'm under budget by $76. And if that is the case, then I'll have a nice hunk for the week after. What am I doing? For the next week, what am I doing? There, that's what I needed to do. For the next for the next Transfer Tuesday. So the first Transfer Tuesday would be for the $87. Then if everything else proves out, all of my fixed expenses happen the way they're supposed to, I'm able to, I don't have any unexpected bills hit, then that next week for Transfer Tuesday, I should be able to pull from the $76 and add a little bit more to my Best Buy debt. Okay, I think that is it. Oh, and then how does that happen or work out as far as my cash breakdown is concerned? So since it's dues that I'm going to be paying from this category instead of emergency, I'm going to erase that one, because if I'm paying dues, I leave that online and make that payment online. So that one is going to go away. Everything else will remain. So June vacation is going to be cash. Nope. That needs to be, because everything else is online for that one, and we're keeping that in the bank. So that one is going to go away too. Alrighty, that one is going to go away too. So that's $70 for the low priority binder, $55 for the sweets binder, $30 for emergency prep, $20 for little bean, $25 for my savings challenges, which I think I'm going to end up taking out a little bit more, but that will come out of variable later. And then $40 for me money. So my total is $240 that I am going to pull for cash. $240. So that then looks like what? There's only two 20s. 5, 8, 12. There's only 12. Oh, that's still 12. 8, 9, yep. 12 10s. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoop. It's 11 5s. Okay. And still 25 ones. So this needs to change. 11 5s equals 55. And this needs to change. 2 20s equals 40. So that is 40. 120, 55, and 25 equals $240. All right, so we're even. $240. All right, so I will be pulling $240 to cash stuff. There you go. All right, I think that is it. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.